Hi there, and if you're watching this, thank you so much for coming back. If you're not, I apologize for the previous video. Now, I look a little bit different because I am wearing different glasses. These are the glasses that I had before my glasses that I just recently got. If you watched the previous video, you know that that last video ended on a bit of a cliffhanger for everybody. In that, I my glasses got knocked off on the floor by accident by my little wonderful kitty cat. And when that happened, then I stood up to get something and I heard a crack. Hey there, George. I'm back on. I couldn't leave it. Hey there, Dave. Um, it was it was rough. I'm using my older glasses. I can actually see a bit better with these glasses here, but I do. So one thing I want to do before I go any further, because I'm going to take these off while I'm making the video, because my eyesight, like close up, is better with the glasses off. So let's do one thing to make sure that this doesn't happen again. So I'm going to need part two is right. I'm going to need a new. I'm going to definitely need some new glasses down the road, but I could they can wait. But here on a second. Hey there. Let's do this. Let's make sure are these big? Is this big enough for this? Because I don't want to break another pair of glasses tonight. So let's see. One of these here. Yes, there. Yep, we're good. So what happened, Richard? I broke my glasses tonight. So this is the second part of this video. For those that just came in, one thing you should know right now is that what we're doing tonight is we're looking at Umbrella Entertainment, a newer partner label that's come out from Vinegar Syndrome. And because two of the three releases, I can honestly tell you that I have them, and I have them here. Here's one of them, Nightmares, right here. This is the original release of Nightmares, the Hospitation Classics Edition. Feature-wise, this is pretty much the same. When it came to Undead, that one got a brand new like reversible artwork and a brand new like booklet. I think that's the Nightmares got a booklet too, as well as getting a kind of a poster for Undead. But let's dive into the other titles before I legit almost fainted on here during a video, which had a bunch of people. So who knows? Maybe we'll get the people back. Maybe we won't get all the people back. But if you know somebody that's a friend of yours and they were watching the first part of this video, let them know that I'm back on. I'd appreciate it. So next up in the Exploitation series that we're looking at right now is this one. Right, we're going to be looking at the Vinegar Syndrome website too, by the way. Is Turkey Shoot. So Turkey Shoot is an excellent release. Like I mentioned before in the last video, this one was a mainstay for Shudder when they initially came out. If you were watching, like checking out Shudder TV, which was the free version of Shudder on computer, you could pretty much like turn on Shudder at least once or twice a day and find Turkey Shoot playing. It's an excellent little film with Olivia Hussey in here, the unfortunately late but amazing Carmen Duncan, who I had a huge crush on when I was younger. She actually took over the role of Iris Carrington in the later years of Another World, which was a soap opera that in North America that unfortunately is not around anymore. So this is Turkey Shoot right here. It's Australian cover, but it's North American release at a different title altogether. And I do have the North American Anchor Bay DVD of this one too. And it was called Escape 3000. You can see the poster right here. What's really neat about a lot of these releases is you get some great stuff here. Like this is the Blu-ray, the Turkey Shoot, but like the Undead release, you also get the original soundtrack to Turkey Shoot as well. And as you can see right behind here is the track listing for Turkey Shoot. And there is 26 tracks altogether for this one. Fantastic. It really, really is. When you're seeing this, by the way, if you're watching this now and you're wondering like, why, aside from the fact that Umbrella is working with Vinegar Syndrome, why spotlight some of this right now? Well, here's the reason. because Nightmares and Undead were not new releases from uh, Umbrella Entertainment. They were great releases though, and any of these I'm showing you here have the potential to become a future great release under the Vinegar Syndrome partner label for Umbrella. So Turkey Shoot, Patrick, Patrick Double the remake, uh, not Wind Riders, it's on North America under by MVD. Not Quite Hollywood. Movies like Possession, Slither, Heavy Metal. All of these have possibilities, but not as much as something like this right here. This, my friends, is Stunt Rock. Stunt Rock was a different, cool little film done by Brian Trenchard Smith, who did a ton of fantastic things, including The Man from Hong Kong, which has a rumored 4K coming out, hopefully from Umbrella Entertainment. This one, I'm not sure if mine has this in here now. Let me just check. I don't think I got it put back in yet. No, I don't. So this one initially came with a comic book. I still got it over there. But like all of them, it has Stunt Rock right there, and you got the Sorcery title. Sorcery was named the band in Stunt Rock, by the way. Because this is movies about a stuntman and a band. It's crazy. But you gotta love it. And this one here, like all new, at the time, like was a conversation with Brian and Margaret Trenchard Smith, extended interviews from Not Quite Hollywood, the documentary that keeps on giving, and a ton of other things on there. This one I had a brand new 4K scan from the OCN. So is there a strong possibility that this one might be one that we get from come onto their web onto with a brand new slipcover for Vinegar Syndrome? Yeah, it really is. It's like strong possibility. Hey there, Dave. Welcome, man. Next up is a great one. Some of these here I must have missed getting down because there's more. Oh, it's right here. There's more right here. Sorry, guys, I missed out on 4 Exploitation Classics. I was wondering where they'd gone. So it's supposed to be before this from Stunt Rock, but here is the classic itself. It's The Man from Hong Kong. Now, The Man from Hong Kong is a great release here. This one does have the original motion picture soundtrack with it. So you can see the Man from Hong Kong right here. See the title, The Dragonflies. And you open it up. You got the movie right here. You get the Man from Hong Kong soundtrack right here. This also came, by the way, with the comic book. I love these cases. I know, like the new kind of Vinegar Syndrome cases are sturdier, and they got like special artwork and all that. But I do like what they got done with this. But there is some really great stuff on here. I realize that the longer I wear these, the less I can see. I got to actually look like this to see. Also, from Brian Trenchard Smith. Now, one thing you should know is that initially, hey there, Chris, man. When they put out these here these videos, there was a first edition of Man from Hong Kong, and when they did that, there was standard definition versions of Stunt Rock and another movie on there as well, a couple other movies too, and one of those was this one right here, Death Cheaters. But when they eventually did like brand new remasters, what they did was they gave every single one of these their own release, as opposed to being like a kind of a more compressed remaster. And they're flickering. I'm back, man. I'm using an old pair of glasses, and I can't quite see as well as I thought I initially could with them. But I can see well enough that I don't have to worry. So I'm going to try right now, actually, because I do like these. What do you think, guys? Do these glasses look better than the old ones? Well, the new ones. These are the old ones. Body Melt was an Umbrella release, Sean, actually. The Body Melt is an Australian film. It is almost an anthology film, portmanteau, whatever you want to say it, with, kind of the Body Melt thing there. It's got its own, like, interconnected characters that kind of tell their own stories. By the way, if you're watching this from Facebook and you're, like, typing and and I don't see your messages. Because of the way StreamYard is done, I cannot actually see Facebook messages if they're typed from Facebook. I can only see it if it comes from YouTube. So I do apologize if you've got a message there and I haven't seen it or been able to respond to it. That's the reason. If you're going through that way, it's just to check this video out. But this one again had a 16-page comic book here. New extended interviews, new audio interviews with Richard Brennan, new linear notes, like just a bunch of great stuff. Just a fantastic release. And I had a bonus feature here, Danger Freaks, a documentary on the ultimate stunt documentary directed by Brian Trenchard Smith. So by buying Man from Hong Kong, Stunt Rock, and Debt Cheaters, you got pretty much was on the old version of him, Man from Hong Kong, but now you got like him in like new Blu-ray remastered high def versions of it. Here's one that you are going to know from Vinegar Syndrome. In fact, pretty sure Vinegar Syndrome might still have it or may have it going out of print. Not quite sure which, but I know they got it. And that is, I'm pretty sure they got it. That is Snapshot. So Snapshot had Sigrid Thornton, who I'm fairly sure was in a soap opera. Otherwise known as The Day After Halloween. And I am 99% certain that Scorpion might put that one out. BMX Bandits, we actually talked about that one earlier because I showed Wind Rider, the first, because Nicole Kidman was in both those films. So you open up this one right here, Snapshot. You can see that it has a booklet with it. And what's even cooler, it's got, because the guy did a bunch of stuff. So we got the Anthony Giannani. I'm going to mispronounce the name. Anthony I.G. Ospration soundtrack sampler CD. So this is amazing. This is incredible, actually. I was really stoked when they got that. It has 12 tracks altogether, and it has tracks from Patrick, Snapshot, 2 tracks from Snapshot, 1 from Thirst, 1 from Harlequin, 1 from The Survivor, 1 from Race for the Yankees Zephyr, 1 from Turkey Shoot, 1 from Second Time Lucky, the 1 from The Time Guardian, 1 from Incident at Raven's Gate, and 1 from The Dreaming. So we got some Brian May work there. We got some work by Graham Tardif, some work by Gary McDaniel, Laurie Stone. So really cool release. I'm pretty sure it has, including some extra features there as well. But Snapshot I enjoyed. I actually had this one. I watched this one with my dad, and from the Vinegar Syndrome edition, which was really good. And then I got this one to review, and I had to watch it over again, which was okay because it was actually a film that I loved. So which one's next? Next up is a classic film that ended up getting remade by a fantastic friend of the channel, Mr. Jamie Blanks, who's did the opening for my channel, and that is The Long Weekend. So this is the original Long Weekend. He did the remake to The Long Weekend, actually, which is amazing too, by the way, and extremely well shot. This is an exploitation classic. If you've never seen it, you really, really should. It is a great film. There's a ton of great features on here, and much like some of the other releases that I showed you, yes, this one too includes a CD soundtrack for the film. But it doesn't only include a CD soundtrack for the film. For this release, also includes some lobby cards as well. I'll let you see a few of these right here now. And they're hard stock lobby cards too, so they're quality. Their crime was against nature, and nature found them guilty. Isn't that a great tagline? I have no idea why a dog would want to stick around with dude. These guys are not likable characters. Like, honestly, doesn't she look like a Karen? Like she's about to ask for a manager. I'm sorry, can I see your manager? It's a great movie, by the way. Not only did it come with this, but it came with a. I wish I had it here right now. It's put away there somewhere, but it came with a fantastic poster too. And it was like a regular poster. It was like a fold up, like kind of a, they call it like a playbill or something like that. And it's a hard cardstock poster. Really impressed my better half. Really did. Like when I opened it up and she saw it, she was amazed. She was really impressed. And the last one that they sent me back when I was working was Harlequin. So I went out on a good note. This is also an excellent little film. And remember, some these could end up with brand new slipcovers and posters and everything from Vinegar Cinema to the partner label. So Harlequin's a really interesting film. Robert Powell is great in this. I love the artwork on these here. Look at the amazing artwork. Like this is fantastic stuff. Is Pete Walker box worth getting? 1,000,000% it's worth getting. Love Pete Walker. Now this one, unfortunately, did not include a soundtrack CD because this has a great soundtrack, though it does have a nice little score. But it did include these Harlequin art cards. The Pete Walker set, 1,000,000%, man. Shall we show you right here, right now? Oops. Gotta be careful with these. I'm gonna. Okay, sure. That's right. He did play Jesus. By the way, if you are enjoying this video, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, all that jazz. If you want to get a Ghostface Cake shout out, and if you're wondering what a Ghostface Cake shout out and you're new here is, it's this. You're not gonna see the whole thing. Yeah. Then super chat, super sticker, or donation gets you a Ghostface Cake shout out, by the way. And ensures your comment comes up here, especially where I need new glasses now. I'm definitely pushing that, guys. Yeah. When I thought it was going to be hard for me to get like movies for a sale, but before this, man, let's make it even harder. But I'm not going to stop with just the exploitation classics. I could, but that's not me. I don't just stop there. I got a couple other releases from Umbrella Entertainment. One of these I'm pretty sure can't do because I think Criterion did it. But it is Body Double. Fantastic film. One of the best films and my personal favorite Brian De Palma film. It's got Deborah Shelton. Great features in here. I wish that there's more featurettes on this actually. Because this is fairly, not bare bones, but like not a lot. It was one of the earlier releases. But I thought you get a kick out of these two double features as well. So one of these is a great way, say, for instance, if you got a way to get this for cheap, because these were fairly cheap double features when they came out. There's a Sam Katzman box that Arrow put out. It's one of my favorites. I love the Sam Katzman box set. It's one of the best things Arrow put out. Wow. Actually, I've heard not so great things about the Max Fleischer Superman Cartoon Collection on Blu-ray. So I'm gonna wait and see how the reviews come out before I go into that one, because I'm concerned that it may have some issues, and I need to make sure that the issues are fixed before I go and buy it. But like I'm a huge Superman fan. So this is the Giant Claw and the Werewolf. Two really cool, like they call it the Fred F. Sears double feature. And that's because Fred F. Sears was the guy that directed it, but Sam Katzman is a producer, and he's kind of a bit more well-known. Hey there, Justin. So you're going to get like a bit more on the box set from the Sam Katzman box from Arrow. It's Arrow. But there's no features on this, but it is it's a one disc way, and it's a great way to see the film if you've never seen it before. Like if you are bothered by like this right here, like for instance that, then there is the alternate one which takes that off. So you can see the artwork without having to worry about that. But that wasn't the only like retro sci-fi double feature they did. Some rumblings of a body. Ooh, a 4K one, mayhap, Sean. This is Tarantula and the Incredible Shrinking Man. Two movies that have giant tarantulas in them. Well, one's a giant tarantula, one's a little man that's now got a face of tarantulas. Looks giant to him. Again, it special features like the do the stop trailer reel and original theatrical trailer. So there's that. And this was volume one. And again, it was one of the latest things that I got from them. So I do. I got some great stuff coming up from Mill Creek, by the way, including some steelbook stuff to show you guys. Hey, Trash, welcome, man. If you saw the last of my last video, I'm wearing my old glasses again because I can't my glasses broke, and that is uniquely different. I'm literally looking around to see how it is. I guess it's going to take my eyes a while to adjust to these glasses, so I can't quite see. Not that I can't see. Sometimes I can see better than I could with my old glasses. Um, let's do this way. As you can see, there's 3 titles from Umbrella right now, from Vinegar Syndrome. And I'm gonna dive into like see how we are. No, I think these should all be. So this one only has so Undead. I showed you that one, guys. If you want to get the Umbrella Vinegar Syndrome Undead, then it is down to 183 copies left for the limited edition. This has a poster and it's got a booklet with it as well. The new copy of Nightmares is down to 324. So these are fairly limited releases, by the way. I'm sure there'll be like a standard edition after. Say there will be a standard edition after. But most people, if you're getting a Vinegar Syndrome title, you're going to be wanting to get like the one with the snazzy slipcover. Now, Spirits of the Airs, Grims of the Cloud just came out. So 1,178 copies of this one left. But if you do want one of these Undead or Nightmares, which are some really good releases. Coon Labra 4K Blu-ray is usually good. 900, I hope 900 is good. I mean, like, I haven't had any of the 4K stuff. So, Justin, uh, backstory for you. I initially, I did a month reviewing for Kieran Lober. They sent me some great titles. They were really nice. Sent me some fantastic titles, and they were supposed to send me the 4K for what was the name of the movie? The space movie, Spaceballs. But they accidentally sent me the Blu-ray instead. So I don't yet have a 4K release from Kino Lorber. So I can't like honestly say like and be I've heard good things, but I've heard good things secondhand. So just take it for what it's worth. What am I planning on getting during the sale? Uh, my glasses just broke, so possibly nothing. uh, but am I planning to? We're doing we got Sim and Dave coming on here for the live show on a live stream here on the channel, and then we got them coming on for a Patreon live stream afterwards for the unveilings. But we're going to go through here, and we're going to go through it again. Either we're going to do another live video either tonight or tomorrow. Well, tonight or tomorrow night or the night or the day after. We're going to do another video before the sale ends too. So basically, we can look at some of these titles here. I'm going to try and do some snapshots and stuff, some of the stuff, so we can get the numbers as close to just before they go, because it's getting down there when it comes to the numbers. Because there are so many great releases. It's so weird. My eye shot is coming in and out. Now, I did a Patreon video today. I'm not quite, I did it earlier. If anybody is here that was on the Patreon video, let me know, because I would 100% love to know. Do these have? I have to check to see if these have any. One pair of glasses that I had a, that little thing on the bottom. How do you call it now? But must-haves, it depends on what you like. I would say, like, if I'm gonna tell you right now, like, anything that I consider something to seriously grab and to get it soon, like, once the sale starts, I mentioned on before, it's Forgotten Jelly Volume 3. Why Volume 3? Why not Volume 1 or 2? Why not Volumes 4 or 5? Uh, all fantastic choices. You can get all of those. But here's the thing. Volume 3 is the only wait a second. So this is Volume 4, Canadian dollars. Yeah, so Volume 3 is the only volume left that still is under the old pricing for the Forgotten Jelly volumes. So what that means exactly is like when you look right here at Forgotten Jelly Volume 5, for instance, we'll go right there. As you can see, Forgotten Jelly Volume 5 is 121.45 Canadian regular price, 89.98, so around $90 American for regular price. That's for Volume 5. Now, Forgotten Jelly Volumes 1 and 2, which have now gone to standard editions, are at the 59.98, and you can see what there is. Basically, it's a standard one with like 3 discs in it. But only Forgotten Jelly Volume 3 will give you both the original cool hard box case with three films with reversible artwork for each of the 3 films and a nice hard box for the price of the standard editions. It has those haven't gone up to the price of the other of the older ones as well. Hey there, welcome, Sarah. That is a video in and of itself. What movies on streaming services have been edited or censored versus Blu-ray releases? There's actually a ton of them. If you, but we'll, I'll have to do some more research on that, and I'll find it for you. We'll do a video on that actually. I'm not sure if Disney would be more censoring than like any other streaming service. To be honest with you, I'd have to look. But here's the thing: when it comes to a lot of physical media releases, you'll get like a theatrical cut of a film. You'll get like a director's cut of a film. You may get like 2 or 3 different cuts. You may even get a hybrid cut or a cut that was done initially by a kind of fan ed cut of a film, like the Ulysses cut from from Waterworld. But here's the thing: um, for with a streaming service, you may very well find all the cuts of the movie on there, or they may just choose to put one cut of the film. It might be the director's cut, it might be the theatrical cut. Maybe you'll have the option of getting both, seeing both on streaming service if it's like an Arrow streaming service or something like that. But a lot of times, if you're going for Netflix, they're not going to be bothered with getting the theatrical or the director's cut. They're going to put a cut of Rob Zombie's Halloween or Halloween 2. You have no choice in which one you watch because you watch whichever, if you don't own it, you watch whichever one is on the streaming service. If you own the film and the film has, you own both cuts of the film, then it doesn't matter if tomorrow they just said, okay, I don't like the theatrical cut. We're only going to put the director's cut, or I don't like the director's cut. We're only going to have the theatrical cut of the film. You'll already have it. So that's hopefully that helps out. And we'll do a video on eventually. I'm actually working on a video right now on Jean Rollin. One of my most wanted things at this point in time, which is not in the sale, is Second Sight put out, no, it's not Second Sight, actually, Indicator put out some Jean Rollin 4Ks. And Night of the Hunted is one of the ones that they got out there. And so it's like it's a couple vampire ones. that I really, really want, and I just like to own one of them in 4K. Like to have a John Rollin movie in 4K would be amazing. To have an indicator John Rollin in 4K would be utterly stunning. But first, I need to get new glasses because I cannot see. It's so weird. Like you change your glasses, the other glasses didn't work so well. I heard that they might have been like dialing back on that though, Justin. That so initially, guys, what was mentioned was that that Disney were going to be taking a lot of like shows off, including Willow and stuff like that. But there's been a lot of like negative feedback on it, and I heard that they were going to change their minds and not do that after all. So we'll see how that goes. But it really, like, anytime people say, like, "Well, I'll never buy anything from, like, a bootleg or anything like that," and I don't if it's a movie and it's out, like, I know I'm never gonna buy a bootleg of a movie that's already out. It's wrong. I see that as wrong. However, if it's a if it's a if it's a streaming service thing and they're not putting it on physical media, yeah, grab that bootleg of, like, The Mandalorian or Willow because, you just make sure you do your research, get a good one from an actual decent person. Um, because they're yeah, like if they're gonna take stuff away. My favorite gel of all time is Tenebrae from Argento. I appreciate that, man. And I would say next up is it's from Sergio Martino, and it's your vice is a locked room and only I have the key. And in third place is probably going to be Deep Red, and in fourth place is another Sergio Martino film called The Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward. I would love to have the Willow series on Blu-ray. I liked Willow. I liked the movie, and I haven't gotten to see all the series yet, Justin. I'm not going to lie, but if anything deserves like a Blu-ray or 4K release, it does. Like all these do. Like these, why isn't like WandaVision out on 4K or She-Hulk? I want those. Dollar General. I would love to go to visit the United States sometime and go see go to a Dollar General. Just not any time yeah, hopefully in the future. Just not in there. This is so weird. I mean, like I look down like this. Okay, blurry, clear, blurry, clear. I'm getting dizzy here. Moon Knight would be amazing. I love Moon Knight. The for those that never saw it, like Disney put out like Moon Knight, and it was mostly based on the more modern run of Moon Knight with because Mr. Knight's in it, and he wasn't in like the early Moon Knight stuff or even in the Mark Spector 80 stuff, and I don't think he was in the Hurwitz run either. Exactly, like me, like I've got like I've got I've got Netflix, I've got Amazon Prime, and I have Disney Plus because who doesn't have Disney Plus nowadays? There's just so much good stuff coming out there. But I've gotten distracted again. I do apologize. Um, but I do like to answer questions people ask them. But yeah, so Forgotten Jelly Volume 3, definite recommendation on that one right there. Um, because it is going to be the cheaper one. I'd say you want to go in, and we'll do this tomorrow too. By the way, we'll do a live video tomorrow, and start filling up your carts on stuff that are going in a print or stuff that you want. So when it's going in a print section, for instance, it's stuff that's not in print anymore. So let's just hit on one at random. So let's just say you want double exposure, otherwise known as snapshot. By the way, I showed it on here. Um, so a double exposure is called snapshot. In it's this one right here. Pretty sure this is it. Am I wrong? Yeah, I am wrong. This is a different film. Okay. Um, duh. I, I'm pretty sure I got double exposure here too, though. I know I watched this with my dad. Yeah, because this is the Giallo slasher hybrid one. Okay, guys, gotta mix up, mix up for a second. That at least once a video, Aaron's gonna mix something up. So right here, just anyway, so there's 600 copies left of this one right here. Blue Money, let's say you want this one. There's 85 copies left. So you're gonna want to look at some of these releases here, see how many's left, see if it's something that you don't want to miss out on. If you don't, what you do is you take it, like something like Darkroom, for instance. You take Darkroom, add to your cart right now. You leave that in your cart until until the sale starts, and let's say you pre-order stuff before. What you're going to do is you're going to go out and you're going to go out and you're going to run for the limited edition stuff and make stuff that's sure that you know you're going to want to buy, and you're going to go right and you're going to order those right away. Then you're going to come back, look through the website for the other stuff that you want, start adding to order, use the add to order shipping option, so that you're not going to be paying extra shipping. But that way you don't miss out on anything. Day after Halloween, that is it. That's the one from Scorpion Releasing, right? Center Arcadia. Paramount has been smart with some of that stuff. Do I think Way of Blood will come out in 4K? I do actually eventually. I think Bay of Blood is a good choice for 4K. And I'm guessing, are you asking if Kino's going to put it out or if Arrow's going to put it out? Arrow lost the rights, I think, to all of their Mary Bavis stuff. That's why they put a Mary box set a while back. I'm not quite sure if they have any of the rights now. But I know that they probably are going to be at least we'll get a Kino release, 4K for that one. I'm pretty sure it came in Scorpion Releasing as day after Halloween, because I almost picked it up once. I ended up getting Night Train to Terror instead, which is kind of good that I did, because if I didn't, I may not be here making these videos right now, because Night Train to Terror is the movie that got me onto my love of Vinegar Syndrome titles. But as you can see, like some of these Unique Masterox is like In the Cold Night. It's an excellent film. I really like this movie. 186 copies left of this one. And this is not like 186 and then there's a standard edition cover. No, limited edition cover, that's gone long ago. You want to get this at all, 165 copies. And here's the thing. There's a chance somebody else will pick up Nika Masterox's In the Cold Night. Is there a high chance of it? Probably not, actually. Because I just don't know the company is MVD Rewind going to pick up like In the Cold Night? I don't think so. Is it something that may come out from now that Code Red is no longer, it's a thing in the same way. Like I just don't see who's going to pick this one up after. Now I could be 100% wrong and somebody will grab it. But this is the NC-17 version of this film. Hey, Reality is Illusion. I love your name, by the way. Just getting dark. Well, hello from Morocco, where it is very dark and now it's 2:42 in the night. By the way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to get a special shout out, super chat, super sticker, or donate and get a special Ghostface cake shout out. And these are just the other print ones. There's ones regular editions that are limited and are getting lower now too. Now, here's the thing that I was kind of surprised about, and I do want to mention here on the channel, is that for the first time ever, Vinegar Syndrome, none of the 2023 releases will be on sale. At least not for 50% off. Maybe they'll put a percentage off. But this will be the first year that they won't be. How do I know that? Because right here it says every Vinegar Syndrome VSA Peak RAM and partner label title with a release date prior to January of 2023. So before January 2023, we discounted 50% off the SRP. Titles with release dates beginning in 2023 will not be discounted. Special note, certain VSUs and VSP releases, merch, clothing, and a few older partner label titles currently under distribution by another company may not be discounted as well. So for the very first time, since I've started covering these sales, thank you so much. Their Vinegar Syndromes will have no 2023 titles that are going to be on sale. Last year, they were January and February titles were on sale for 2023, for 2022, I guess. I do have Criterion movies in my collection. A few actually. Some, but I don't have any of the 4Ks yet. But I eventually want to get some. But I do have a few of their stuff, including some of the box sets. So up there, I'm not sure you can see it. You probably can actually. So the Godzilla one is up there. The Ingmar Bergman set is up there as well. And of course, the Blind Swordsman set is there too. I want to get the Varda set too. I like Varda. I like Agnes Varda a lot. Sorry, not Agnes. I get that wrong. Agnia Varda. Well, the sale's coming up on Thursday, so I'll have lots of recommendations coming up for that sale for that. So make sure you're here for that one. Now, VSL, like none of their titles are going to be on sale because all of them came out in 2023. Is anybody else? Am I the only person like that's a bit taken aback and a bit surprised by that like by that choice? I can't be the only person that's a bit dumbfounded by that. Like to be unexpected. It's unexpected. Nobody else? You're so quiet. Now, VSA releases once they go to print, they usually either they'll let you know if there's going to be a standard edition or if that's going to be the only like amount out there. So Sworn to Justice is over 1,000. Santo is like I think over 1,000. Yeah, over 1,000. But great, really cool releases. I get asked about Homegrown Horrors Volume 2 versus Volume 1 a lot. So I'll give you my thoughts on that. The regional horror films, you got to like regional stuff. You got to know it's going to be ultra low budget. You got to know, expect like the acting to not be super fantastic. Go in knowing that. If you're okay with that and you like regional horror stuff, then this is definitely going to be your jam. Also, I get asked is what do I get, volume 2 or volume 1? Well, if you want to collect all regional horror, you're probably going to start with the first one and get them both. If you're like me, however, and although you want them both, you have one that kind of like leans towards you a bit more. Homegrown Horrors Volume 2 is a slasher-centric box set. For anybody that's watched my channel for any length of time at all, you're going to know one thing, and one thing is really important here. I love slasher movies. I grew up, I was born in 1971, 52 years old now. I grew up with, with CEDs, with VHS, with, all the different genres. But I grew up at a time when this became popular, when this became a big thing. And one of the things that became huge in the 80s were slasher movies and high octane action films. So those tend to be two things that I really kind of lean towards. Hello again. Oh, Razor, what I said was unexpected is that this time around, for the very first time ever, uh, none of the 2023 titles will be discounted for Vinegar Syndrome. Vinegar Syndrome actually will start their 50% off titles from December back. Well, I guess now November back since December's a partner label month. But yeah, so because they normally do it like either January or February. We used to was February 1st that they included February titles, and then they only included January titles. And this year they decided, shag it, no 2023 titles are going to be on sale at all. So anything prior to 2023 will be on sale though. I love the Cars, man. Maddie, just to let you know, the Cars are one of my favorite groups. And Sin Arcadia, we got our very first Ghostface cake donation here. Thank you so much. Like a proper slasher movie, I'm the nerd who broke his glasses. That is 110% true. And thank you, Senator Katie. So now I'm wearing not only that, but to make it matter, so I'm wearing my old glasses, which are a bit thicker than the glasses that I had before. So look even nerdier. See, guys, that's how you get a ghost face cake doing it like shout out on this channel, by the way. Get emails from Vinegar Center. Yeah, I was expecting an email, and I'm definitely, but actually maybe not because I'm nerdy enough. Because remember, the nerds lived in the newest like Scream film, so I might get stabbed, but I might live. So out of these here releases, the limited edition ones I'm looking at, you know, you're going to see a lot of people come in. Normally, every time Vinegar Syndrome does a sale, especially like when they do a sale that has a lot of kind of a more mainstream appeal to it, Rad brought in a lot of customers for Vinegar Syndrome. I'm pretty sure like Roadhouse brought in some customers as well. And I'm 100% sure that they're going to get a lot new people that are going to come in that are buying the uh, the new sexy Showgirls movie on 4K, right? So you're going to see people that are going to be leaning towards a lot of the more mainstream stuff the Vinegar Syndrome does, and while they're there, they're going to pick up some stuff that they just don't know. So every time they have a sale like this, where a bigger mainstream title is in the, it kind of is in the is shown. Um, well, in the '80s, I'd be the in the '80s I might be the killer, because what would happen is there'd be like a prank pulled at the beginning of the film, probably on me, where I would be scarred or acid or put in a fire or something like that, and come back to get my revenge. And considering I'm a guy that has like much like Tommy Jarvis has a series of masks around my house. I'm not even kidding. You guys know this. You've seen the stuff I wear in the videos. Um, yeah, I guess I might be the I guess I might be the killer. Um, but yeah, Righting Wrongs got a really cool documentary on there. Shriek of the Mutilated. But these are all like ones that are still like high in like in how many there are. But you want to look at things as they start to get a bit lower. We can see that like Miami Connection 4K has gone to an 870. If you want to get the really sexy edition of that one, like keep an eye on stuff like that. I really don't think Flesh Eater is going to be under 1,000, like because it's Flesh Eater. And I'm sorry, guys, it's yeah, it's not a great film. Like it's if it was cheap and if that would have been a 10 for 10, I'd buy it and I would like watch it and enjoy it for what it was. But I'm never gonna be someone's gonna be like Flesh Eater is like one of the movies you gotta grab right away. Sister Sister I bought for 10 for 10. I would have bought that one anyway. I like Sister Sister. Curfew I bought under the 10 for 10 deal. And I like Carl Richards, who of course was Lindsay Wallace in the original like Halloween, and she came back for the new Halloween like trilogy, though she was wasted in the Halloween ends, unfortunately. So I have not seen that yet. That's still in Canada. Steel and Lace I really enjoyed. Is that under 1,000 yet? Good film though. It's a revenge film. Very good revenge film. My friend's maybe that's the perfect alibi. I could like then there were none. I could do it. Then there were none. Grave is down to 207. That is a VSA that is low. This was part of the 10 for 10, but people are going to come in and that never got this on the 10 for 10 that didn't wasn't able to pick it up. Once see if this one's as a possibility of a. So this one may get followed by standard release down the road, but if you want the Vinegar Syndrome like VSA type release, if you're new to VSA, I'll just show you one right now, just real quickly. So here's the Tiger Claws series of films put up by Vinegar Syndrome as a VSA. As you can see, I've got number 450 of the series of this one because they're hand numbered. You open it up, and inside of it, there's always a double-sided poster. I should probably make this full screen for this, shouldn't I? Okay, let's do this real quick. So, because they're big posters, not like small posters, they're big posters. So nice long, big size poster for Tiger Claws, and yes, they are double-sided. So this would be the artwork. If you went to a video store and you saw like you went and this is the poster you would have saw in the video store. Got to get that out, right? And of course, like if it's a set like this, Tiger Claws has 3 films, so there's on 2 different discs. I just gotta watch this soon. Actually, I've seen this since the VHS days. This is one of the few Vinegar Syndrome archives that I haven't watched yet. I was going to watch it a few days back, and I ended up watching House of Usher instead. I regret that. I really do. That was not a great film. Um, maybe I'll like it when I watch it like sometime again. But House of Usher was definitely one of those that did not strike me. Camille Keaton in Italy. Again, these here like before some of these box sets go up in price even more because prices are raising, guys, and that's it. That's inflation. That's every company. Uh, if there's something you really like, get it before it goes up again. Get it while it's on sale. We got like Nothing Underneath Too Beautiful to Die, which is a double feature or Giallo, and I think it's a good price for that. Like it's under $40. It's gonna be like under 20, just a little under 20 for US, more expensive if you live in Canada. But it's a great release for two films. The kind of like a kind of a fashion connection. And I enjoy both these films. They're different types, they're different films. They're shot in the later 80s. They definitely have a different type of feel to them, but they're still kind of like fun giallo ones that I think that belong. The House of Usher, the one with Donald Pleasance and what's his name? Oliver Reeve. Like I remembered liking it more initially, but I watched it and it's got this really sexy cover, right? So you see the VSA, it looks like they're all guaranteed nudity, whatever. Nope. Not, no, no. There's definitely unless guy nudity, like let's see, there's that there. I I try to. I think it's a canon one. I don't think 8K will ever be available. 8K is going to be for one thing only, reality, and 8K is going to be for streaming for video games. Because when you are watching you're streaming online and it says, "Oh, it's 4K." Um, anything that you're streaming 4K is not like real 4K. It's upgraded a bit, but it's not to the like if you watch the same thing on streaming and then you watch it on a 4K disc, the 4K disc is going to both look and sound better, just because that's where the technology's at. But a 8K will be the something to be used for streaming and for video games. With Italian and Euro titles that typically 99% of the time handle the materials themselves locally, very unwilling to loan the materials and do the scans. It depends on the titles, but though that does happen a lot following, you're not wrong there. Much like if you're familiar with total releasing, and I'm sure everybody here is, uh, then I'm going to show you that. By the way, Senator Arcadia, the House of Usher one, just to see if it's the canon one. I think it's the canon one. It's really really cheap to do. But total releasing are very hard with stuff like that. So when Criterion were putting out a Godzilla set, like Criterion was not able to like remaster or put in any extra features that was not approved by Toho first. Toho told them what they could have, and that's what they got. And it wasn't the best copy of Godzilla. Shag him, right? That's what Toho thought. So let me just go grab the other House of Usher. So here it is right here. We'll just check to see if it's can release too, by the way. No, it's Harry Allen Towers, actually. That did this one. So it's not the Canon one. I'm pretty sure it's not. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is. I don't think Harry Allen Towers worked with Canon. But yeah, like, tell me this does not look like this is going to be like a super sexy film. James Bond, Jason Bourne, Mission Impossible. From my favorite's James Bond. My second is Mission Impossible. My third is Jason Bourne. There's like just not enough good Jason Bourne movies to against the other ones. Like Mission Impossible has gotten more fun over the years. I initially didn't like Mission Impossible because he made like the main good guy a bad guy in the film. Uh, James Bond's always gonna be my favorite. Shoulders above them all. I'm a huge like Bond fan. I even read the books, and the books aren't a lot of the books aren't the greatest. The John Gardner books got a lot better than the Ian Fleming books, to be honest with you. But wow, this is making me dizzy. Maybe this was not a good idea to put these back. George, have a wonderful day, man. We'll talk to you soon. Well, as always, I'll talk to you soon. And with that being said, with George going, I think it's time for me to go out too, because right now, guys, it is 3 a.m. in the morning here. It's getting pretty late. I still have to put these back, and I put on my old glasses for now, but they're making me a little bit nauseous. I'm not quite sure that's going to work. So, eventually one of these days I'll get some new glasses, but until then, well, my eyes, I guess, are going to have to adjust back to these again. It is so weird. Like I look down and it's blurry. I look up and it's like not, and there's no like things on here. My name is Aaron. This has been the Call to Cinema. I do apologize for having to cancel, shut off the last video early. There's a first part of this video, which I do recommend that you check it out because it is really good. And we look at a whole bunch of other releases, including a bunch of exploitation releases, a bunch of beyond genre releases, and you get to see the my heart breaking as my glasses break. Any news on a possible Friday the 13th movie? Not yet. We're still looking into like what's going to happen with the Friday 13th A24 TV series, and depending on what happens there, I think that's when we're going to see what happens with Friday 13th. So watch the TV series and make it a movie. Getting confused with the Canon produced 10 Little Indians with Pleasance, directed by Birkinshaw. It's been a while since I've seen that actually, but I'll tell you one thing: it's got to be better than what I watched there. Anyway, my name is Aaron. This has been the Call to Cinema. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you if you came back. I want to thank you again. I want to thank Center Arcadia for the generous donation because uh, I I broke my freaking glasses. And one more time, Center Arcadia, thanks to you. We're going to see it one more time. It's Ghostface Cake. And with that, guys, I will see you next time right here in the Call to Cinema. Watch out for a video probably tomorrow looking at the, so we can go in and look at at some of the stuff that's there and plot our sales strategy. See you there.